From being the employee who clocked in and out for 13 years to being the CEO who never clocks out, I've seen it all. The hustle, the politics, and even the petty emails. Because when you've worked with humans enough, you realize that the office is just a mini reality show with no camera crew. If you've ever worked, fired, hired, or simply survived a Monday, this space is for you. Welcome to Office Talks with Nnenna Madu, where the boardroom meets the break room and the gist is brutally honest. So guys, let's be honest. Some people, they are not working because they love their jobs. They are working because they love survival. Bill must be paid. Rent is waiting. Jollof rice will not cook itself. But then, as a leader, you find yourself managing someone who is basically working like their spirit is on sabbatical. You tell them good morning today. They'll reply, it's a bad afternoon. You assign them a task and you can literally see the frustration on their soul. So how do you lead people who don't even love what they do? Let's talk about it. Life is hard. You studied guidance and counseling. You came out with a first class, but nobody wants to be guided by you. So what do? You apply for customer service role in a logistics company because you must pay your bills, right? Do you know those people that studied history and somehow they now work as executive in operations, handling imports that they barely understand? Or those people that studied maybe like something like theater arts and then they are now working as pension administrators. In this Nigeria, career path is not all right. It's not that straightforward. It's like Lagos traffic. You just find yourself where you did not plan to find yourself. Now, from the company side, let's not even pretend. Sometimes we hire people who clearly have no business in that role. And some of the reasons I know from personal experience why you will hire these people is that, number one, is either your company is a startup or you want to save costs or you are betting on potential instead of competence. And it's not always bad sometimes. It works because you hire potential and it will work out for you. But other times, it's almost like you're hiring, like maybe, for example, a DJ to come and fix your light generator. Both of them will make noise. Your generator will make noise, the DJ will make noise, but the result is not the same thing. So then from the employee side, why do people even take jobs that they know that they do not qualify for or that they will not even like? The simple fact is that you know that unemployment is because of there is no employment, because people's passion doesn't pay the bill. So if you have passion for theater arts and you don't see where to work, what is then going to happen to you? How are you going to pay your bills? Then because the role they love doesn't exist yet, there is no employment in the society, there's nobody that is hiring them. And maybe the role that they are even being hired for, they don't pay them enough for it. Or maybe they actually liked it at first. So they took the job with the point that, okay, we like this work. But for some reasons, when they now get into the business of the day, they will now meet a boss that will then change their mind and make them to hate that job. Sometimes it's not the job that people hate, it's the humans that are inside that job that they hate. So now as a CEO, you're stuck, or a leader in the workplace, you're stuck with someone who wakes up every morning and say, God, I beg, give me strength to survive today. How many of you have said that? Then how do you lead those kind of people? How do you inspire someone whose heart left the company months ago, but their body is still clocking in and still coming to work? Now let's talk solutions. And this is just my own, from my own opinion and what I understand and how I see it. Option one, and I'll say this boldly, make sure you are able to fire and hire right. See, don't manage bad energy. Because you're avoiding recruitment stress, you will now say, oh, this person, I took 2 months to employ this person, let me be managing. No, you can't be that person. That stress you're avoiding, it will come back as big wahala for you. The motivated people don't just underperform. They infect others. It's like one bored employee that will just come and bring the whole entire office morale down. You just see the person will just come with their bad spirits, and then somebody that is in their midst that likes that particular work will just be getting demotivated small. So I say it again, hire and fire right. Don't be afraid to let some people go. You'll be shocked how your company will start breathing again after one person has left. Yes. So I know that point I've made is more of if you're like in a smaller or one-man company. But if you're now in a bigger, more structured organization and you can't just shout, oh, you're fired because, they've taken time to recruit that person, HR will write a novel of queries, you might even be liable to be sued, or it will just cost you to let that person go. Then you need to try this. You need to reevaluate. Talk to that person. Sometimes it's not hatred for the job. It's frustration from lack of growth or recognition. Some people hate their job because they've been in that particular position for how long? There is no promotion. There is no recognition. It's almost like they're like a furniture in a particular spot. So they hate that job. You need to be able to talk to the person, reevaluate. I've seen people light up from maybe 10 minutes conversation with them, with their team. They'll just be like, okay, this person sees me, this person hears me, and this person wants to do something about my growth. That would make them to then lighten up and maybe become a better person that is going to, like that job. So let me tell you a quick story. I once tried mentoring someone, and this guy was like, it was a computer scientist, and we're working on one project, but it was an engineering project. And I told him that, see, if you grow here, you will make serious money. And this skill is something that is recognized and, marketable. Man, the guy was just telling me that, okay, ma, I've heard you. Thank you very much for your advice. He even swore that he loves the job. He actually told me that he loved the job. 1 month later, this guy resigned. Just like that. Like he just dropped his resignation and gave 1 month in lieu and said, he's going to go and chase his computer career and he's going to go and do further things. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with computer science, but this is a typical example of bringing somebody that is not fit for that job. You will now put them in the role that they don't even like. The point here is that you can motivate someone all you want, but if their heart is not in it, even salary increase, it will not keep them. Some people are chasing their definition of dream jobs, and that's okay. But for employers, the key is simple. Just hire somebody for the hunger and passion for the job and not just for the skill. Because you can train skill, but you cannot install motivation for humans and make it to stick. And to the employees, stop lying in interviews. Don't be saying I'm passionate about logistics when you know that you hate Excel. You will get the job and then you will drag the whole company progress backward. Stop using companies as your waiting room while you look for your real job. You are wasting their time and you're wasting yours too. And that's just bad habits. Honestly, if you're already in a job that used to excite you, but now it drains you, please speak up. Talk to your supervisor. If it doesn't work, escalate it to manager. If there is still nothing that has changed, take it to HR. In fact, if you're lucky enough to be close to the CEO or the managing director of that company, and you know that is somebody that listens a lot, then talk to them directly. You will be surprised how many leaders actually care, but don't get the real picture because middle management before you talk to your supervisor and the supervisor feels like talking to the HR or feels like talking to the manager, the whole thing has died down and you remain where you are. So if you have the opportunity to speak to the CEO or you're lucky enough, talk to them directly. Because I know for sure that CEOs do not want to always be changing staff. They want people that will stay with them and grow with them in their company. But if you've done all that, if you've spoken to everybody and then you are miserable, there's nothing else there for you to do, then please plot your exit. Don't stay and rot because of fear of the unknown. Don't stay in a job you've already mentally resigned from. You'll start resenting everything, including even if they give you free lunch, you will say you don't want that free lunch. For leaders, remember, not everyone is wired for every job. Some people are stars in the wrong movie. You can't change their passion. Maybe you can redirect it to, but move them to a role that fits their natural strength. You see that quiet guy that doesn't like, clients. You see a quiet guy now, he doesn't like to talk to clients. Please put him in back end. You can't put that kind of person in sales. Then you see that lady that is always trying to talk to the colleagues and all of that and, just sell something. Then move that person to sales. You can't then put that person in, for example, you just put that person in maybe finance or something. Put that person in sales. Then leadership is not just about giving tasks. It's about recognizing talent. A good leader knows when to shift someone from frustration to function. And at the end of the day, the workplace is like a marriage. If both sides are faking love, the whole thing will collapse. Yes, you must hear it that way. Employers need to stop settling for what is available, and employees need to stop enduring what's killing their spark. When people actually enjoy what they do, productivity will skyrocket and peace of mind will follow. A happy employee is a profitable employee. The vibe always shows up in the workplace. So, over to you guys. Which side of the table are you on? Are you the boss that is trying to motivate a tired team? Or are you that employee who is counting down to 5 p.m. every day? Because if you are counting down to 5 p.m. every day, then you are in the wrong profession. You are in the wrong job. You don't like your job and nobody's going to tell you. But I'm here to brutally tell you that you don't like your job if you're that person that is always counting down to 5 p.m. every day. So let's talk about it. Drop your comment. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Send your stories to nnennamadu@gmail.com. And who knows, your gist might just be featured in our next episode. Don't forget, guys, please like this episode, share it, tell your colleagues about it. Let them engage with it so that you can encourage me to do more. Until next time, guys, keep your energy high, your emails polite, and your office gist. Make sure that it's brutally honest. And if you don't know how to say it, then send it to us. Let us say it for you. See you guys. Bye.